Well, hey everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today you guys we're going to take a peek at what's going on with Russia and the United States, with Putin and Trump, what Russia's going to do with this Ukraine situation. Are they going to agree to a ceasefire? So I thought, you know what, let's just ask all of those questions today. As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinions. If you state something as fact in the comment section down below, please include your sources so we can check it out for ourselves. And finally, please be kind to one another and to me in the comment section down below. Okay, you guys. And if you're ever curious to know what decks I'm using, if you open the description box down below, I have a link to my website. And on my website, I list all of the different decks that I use, as well as links to where you can purchase them. This deck today, though, I'm using is the Vintage Tattoo Tarot deck. And the reason I'm using this deck, first of all, my kiddos got it for me, so that's awesome. But it's because it celebrates queerness in tarot with tattoo-inspired art. And since both Trump and Putin are very much not fans of the LGBTQ community, I thought, let's celebrate it. So here we are. Okay, you guys. So the first question I want to ask is, I want to know, is Putin going to agree to the ceasefire with Ukraine? Is Putin going to agree to the ceasefire with Ukraine? Okay, let's see, you guys. What do you think? Okay, we have Nine of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords reversed is all about anxiety, fear, being troubled. So there's a lot of anxiety and fear behind this decision, obviously. Okay, so what is getting in the way, or what's the obstacle? What's blocking? Ooh, Strength. This is really interesting, you guys. So the Strength card is what is getting in the way or preventing what it is that they want to achieve, right? What it is that Russia wants to achieve. And Strength is about using gentle force, gentle strength instead of brute force. Okay, so that's really interesting. So the Strength card is what's getting in the way is Ukraine is obviously holding very strong, and that was not something that Russia counted on. That's not something that Putin counted on. He counted on, I think, them falling really quickly. He had this idea that, you know, Mother Russia was going to be able to go in there and be able to take back this land. And now there is a really crazy history about the land of Russia and the USSR, Ukraine. I would really recommend digging into it a little bit. There's a book that I read that I'm going to be doing a video on my other channel, but it's The Untold History of the United States. And it goes into depth a lot about the Russian history. Now, Putin is not a good guy, okay? However, there's a lot of interesting history about Russia and about Crimea. And I've read some things that talks about how the Crimean people wanted to become part of Russia because of the corruption that was happening in Ukraine at that time. Now, this is pre-Zelensky, okay? This is like pre-2014 because that's when Russia invaded. So this was when Ukraine was a much different country. So there's a lot that goes into this. It's much more complicated. Here in the US, they don't ever show us the full story, so we don't get the full picture. We only get the United States propaganda version. And so we look at the situation much different, but we have to understand that there's a very rich history among these people and this land. So it's not as simple as we might think, okay? Now, it's still, he is wrong. Okay, I'm going to get that clear. But I want you guys to know that there's much more to the story. Okay, so energy that they're going into. The Four of Cups reversed is dissatisfaction. It's being dissatisfied. So no, I can't see him agreeing to a ceasefire. The Two of Swords is having to make a decision. This is having to make a decision and it like being in a stalemate. He has to make a choice. And that is exactly where we are right now. Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about needing to recover, needing to take a break. He needs to take a break and regroup. But I just don't think he's going to do it because the Death card is, it's all about something winding up. It's about the ending of something. We have Page of Cups. This is the offer that's being extended. Okay. This is the offer of like, hey, can we figure something out? Can we come to some kind of an agreement? And again, the hope is that an agreement can be made. This is, you know, the signing of the rare earth deal, and this is just an exchange of resources and securities. But where are we going to end up? We're going to end up with the Two of Cups reversed. This is definitely not a ceasefire. This is people that are like not, these are people that are in conflict. It's a relationship that's out of balance. It's things that are not working. And I feel like it's very much it's not looking like a ceasefire. It'll be interesting to see. Okay, so now I want to look at Trump and Putin's current relationship, because this is a very pivotal moment, right? Trump gets to see how is Russia going to respond. He's been saying that Russia wants peace. Okay, well, how are they going to respond? So we are in a very pivotal moment, and I'm very curious to see how this is going to all, you know, turn out. All right, so now what I want to look at is I want to look at the current Putin and Trump relationship. Okay, so current Putin and Trump relationship. Now, keep in mind that we are dealing with a cognitively impaired, in my opinion, a cognitively impaired Trump. So Putin might not really be interacting with Trump very much at all. Okay, he could be interacting with Musk or a whole host of other people. Wow. Okay. So Page of Coins reversed. The Page of Coins reversed is unwelcome news that has to do with finances. This can be some kind of a finance deal that someone wants, but it doesn't come through. So there's some kind of a financial issue that's right now causing issues between Trump and Putin. What is getting in the way? This is the Hierophant reverse. The Hierophant reverse talks about doing things in a very unorthodox way, doing things in a way that is not how it's traditionally done. Okay, this is like non-conformity. So we have Trump and Putin making these deals, you know, for entertainment purposes only, my opinion. They're making these side deals and these unorthodox deals, and that's what's gotten them into the situation. Six of Wands is it's postponement. Okay, it's postponement of forward motion. So the things that I feel like Trump wanted, he's not getting. But I also feel like he doesn't know how to really move it forward because of the cognitive decline. We have the 10 of Wands reversed. This is about needing to be accountable and reassessing. I think Putin is going to be reassessing his relationship that he has with Trump, because we have this Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, this is someone who is a warrior, someone who's aggressive. So this could be honestly Trump or Putin, but they both kind of want to be like the man on top, the man in charge. But what's getting in their way is it's the complete imbalance. There's so much imbalance everywhere between both of them. They're both out of balance. They both have excess and overflow, whether it's, you know, to substances or to money or to, you know, power, whatever it is, right? There are these two very dysfunctional men that are completely out of balance. So I don't see this relationship like being a fantastic partnership that moves, us forward together as joined nations. We have the moon reversed, and this is all about inconsistency. And this is about being completely confused, being completely uncertain. Putin is so confused and uncertain about Trump and what he's going to do. But the environment is this environment of, okay, we're going to do everything we can to put ourselves in the best position possible so that when Trump does whatever he's going to do, we're going to benefit from it. So we're going to do what we do best. Okay, this is like working on the craft. Putin was a KGB officer. He is going to do what he does best, and that's get things lined up and set traps and do whatever it is that Putin needs to do so that he can make this situation beneficial for himself, because he's like the ultimate like strategist, honestly, I think. These two guys are both this magician energy. So the magician reversed is about untapped potential. It's like there's so much potential for good, but it's being used for bad. This is smoke and mirrors. This is lying. This is deceiving. This is deception. Where's this whole thing going to turn out? Or how is it going to turn out? It's going to turn out with the Nine of Coins reversed. This is about vanity and ego getting in the way. And vanity and ego are both, major issues for both Trump and Putin. So that's really interesting. So I don't see them being super aligned. Now, I didn't see a very in looking at those cards, I didn't see like a public unfriending. So I don't think we're going to see some like falling out at all. I think anything like that is going to be completely behind closed doors. They don't want any of that stuff public. So it's just going to be more of like, I think kind of what we're seeing, where they may just continue on like frenemy energy, I guess, is what I get. Okay, so now that we have seen the relationship between Trump and Putin, let's look at the future of their relationship, but let's just take like 3 cards. Okay, let's not do a whole big spread. So 3 cards for the future of how this is going to turn out. Okay, so we're going to do, we got 4 cards, but we're going to roll with it. King of Coins. Okay, so this is kings with money fighting. And I feel like this is Putin coming out on top, because Putin, I feel like, has more resources than Trump. 3 of Coins reversed, not cooperating, not getting along. Death card, ending of cycles, ending of a friendship. This could be someone passing away, though. 10 of Wands reversed. 10 of Wands reversed is all about being accountable and reassessing. So the future of their relationship is it's going to end because someone's going to reassess it. They're not going to cooperate. Okay, so yeah, there's just no real future there. They might, like I said, they might put on a show, but as far as like an actual relationship where it's like beneficial and there's, people that are, better off because of it, no, that's not going to happen. Okay, so now I want to look at, let's look at the conflict. What's going on with the conflict? What is going to happen with this conflict between Russia and Ukraine? Okay. Oh, I'm just flipped all those, but I'm going to put them right back on top in the order that they fell off. Okay. Knight of Wands reversed. So the Knight of Wands reversed is a card all about hesitation. It's a card about not being secure, security not being there, Ukraine not being secured. Okay, 5 of Swords, conflict. It's conflict. Look at this. Look at this image. The future is bloody conflict. King of Cups. This is Zelensky's energy. He is the King of Cups. He is this very warm-hearted, diplomatic, strong, man that's trying to provide his country with some leadership. Where are we headed? We're headed for the Emperor. Ooh. Okay. So there's going to be some Emperor energy. Who's going to be the Emperor? 6 of Wands reversed. Things being postponed. Things not going the way that it should go. 7 of Wands reversed. 7 of Wands reversed is all about not being able to make decisions. So decisions aren't being made. I think it's the decision of the ceasefire is not being made. And we're going to end up in this emperor energy. We have the Two of Coins. This is a decision. This is needing to make, you've got two possibilities. You need to make a choice and you've got to weigh it out. The environment is Queen of Swords. This is incredibly high achieving energy. So this is both wanting to win, both Ukraine and Russia. There's so much on the line. This is like obviously the most like obvious statement ever, right? But there's so much on the line that they both have this like this drive, this desire, just this warrior energy. Three of Cups. Zelensky wants Putin to agree to the ceasefire. He wants to cooperate. How is this all going to work out though? King of Swords. This is a tyrant. This is a strong-willed person. This is tough. I want to get a clarifier. Who's going to be the King of Swords? Who is going to be the King of Swords? How is this going to turn out? We have the Moon reverse, Temperance, and the Chariot. Okay, so this is things being out of balance, things being completely imbalanced, things being confusing. It's going to be a mess, but there's going to be a lot of progress. There's going to be a lot of progress, I think, in the wrong way. I'm feeling like this is going to end up being more Putin energy. Putin, I think, is going to end up being this energy, this emperor. Okay, so let's see here. I want to look at, let's see here, the future of the relationship between the United States and Russia. So not talking about the people, right? Not talking about Trump or Putin, but looking at like the Russian people, the American people working together. What's that look like? What does that look like in the future? Somebody left a comment on one of my videos the other day, like totally ripping me on my, well, I guess they weren't totally ripping me. They weren't totally ripping me. I'm being dramatic. But they made a comment on my shuffling. And they asked like if the cards were too big for my hands. Listen, tarot cards are big, but I have arthritis in my hands. And some days you guys can see me, I shuffle amazing. And some days like today, my hands aren't working so good. And so I don't shuffle so well. But we just are going to roll with it, okay? So for those of you wondering why, like today, how I'm splitting my deck in half and I'm still kind of struggling, especially with this hand, it's just that, so that's all. You guys see me shuffle on my good days. I can shuffle like a professional poker player, but today is not that day. Oh, while I'm shuffling these out, if you guys are interested in supporting my channel, you can do that by joining and becoming a member. My members get access to member exclusive content, member only lives where members get to ask their questions and I pull cards for you guys. Member Q&As, all kinds of really cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's 99 cents a month. And the info for that is in the description box down below. Okay, you guys, here we go. We have the King of Cups reversed. So this is very emotionally volatile, emotionally immature, unreliable, masculine energy. Okay. So even though I said I didn't want to look at Trump and Putin, I'm feeling like the energy that the cards are showing me is still the energy of when they are in leadership, okay? Now, sometimes energy can change. People make different decisions, so, you know, things turn out different, but the energy I'm getting right now is this is where we're going. Okay, what's getting in the way? Page of Coins reversed. Again, we had this before. This is about a deal. This is needing to make a deal. This is waiting for money, and you're getting unwelcome news about it. So there's going to be unwelcome financial news between Russia and the U.S. I do see there being a falling out. And Six of Wands now, because the Six of Wands has been reversed, right? So it's been talking about this entire reading. It's been like things are delayed, things are delayed. Well, now that we have the Six of Wands upright, now we're moving. This is going across oceans. This is going across water, okay? So I do see a splitting up of that relationship. And I see like this parting. And I'm almost wondering if this is Russia or the US, one or the other, crossing the ocean and coming to the other country to do perhaps something nefarious. This isn't feeling good. Knight of Wands energy. So the Knight of Wands is a very like hot-headed knight. So this is a knight that loses his cool. And what he doesn't see coming is this Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped. So we've got this, you know, hot-headed guy who's feeling incredibly trapped. Okay, so it's going to be one of these countries, the leader is going to feel very trapped. And I'm wondering if that's why they're going to, are they going to lash out? Is that what's going to happen? We have the Hanged Man reversed. The Hanged Man reversed is the card of a martyr. It can mean other things too, right? Like, so when the Hanged Man is reversed, it can talk about being persecuted. It can talk about being selfish, but for this one, I'm wondering if we're going to have a martyr. We have this King of Swords, you guys. I'm wondering if we're going to see some kind of something where that seems dramatic to have one leader be responsible for taking out the other leader. If that were to be the situation, I definitely feel like it would be Putin hiring people to take out Trump. Ace of Wands reversed. This is, this can be like, it can be procrastination, but it can be like, it can be fighting. This is also, when the card is upright, when we have the Ace of Wands upright, this is the card of like masculinity, right? Male genitalia. But when we see it reversed like this, it's like taking away that energy. So I feel like it's just spending a lot of money to try to get rid of this person. Whatever's happening, I feel like Putin, and it's funny because I did not want to go to Putin and Trump, but I feel like this is what we're getting, is that Putin is going to, or whoever the male leader is going to spend money to take out, it's Putin and Trump, you guys. It just is. I'm trying to generalize it, but I'm getting Putin and Trump again. Okay. What do you guys think? What do you think about this, of this whole relationship between Putin and Trump? I don't know. We just have to kind of wait and see. You know, we'll just have to see. We'll have to see. But I hope that you will wait and see with me and hang out. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up on your way out and hang out with me. Let's wait and see together. Click the little subscribe button, and that way we can hang out. If you click the notifications, you'll be notified every time I upload new content. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.